Hey, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel, Josh Gary on Wellness and more. And today is Wellness Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a great evening. Well, it has gotten dark out there. It is cold, y'all. I think it was like 40 something degrees up here in Georgia today. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and I just want to talk about safety and health. The holidays are coming up, and we got to be extra careful in some of the things that we're doing. And I was just going to read some tips and things about it. It is for educational entertainment purposes only. I done had a pretty good day. I rested real good last night. I went back for my treatment yesterday, so I rested real good. Tomorrow I'll be traveling, so I'll probably do a little video, maybe a little live stream while I'm on the road. But my daughter's taking me to a concert tomorrow, and that's my early Christmas present. And I'm going to see Monica and Brandy. And I think Jamal and I think Kelly Rowland was in it too. Y'all see them all in the Christmas spirit. I got my hat on. I'm feeling festive today. Whether we're ready for the holidays or not, they are here. Christmas is coming. This is the last month in this year. I want to thank God for allowing me to see the 12th month of 2025. A lot of people did not live to see this month. So we are thankful for that. I'm going to play this right here one more time. Try to set something up right quick. I'll be right back. Hold on. If you want to check out my online boutique, I do have Christmas merch in here also. Hello. It's that time of year again to start your Christmas shopping. At Georgia Girl Airline Boutique, we have custom stocking, bags, mugs, different type of merch that you want. If you want something custom made with your logo or brand, you can email me at amymore6969@gmail.com. The holidays are coming, guys. If you need a family group of shirts, let me know. I'll print them out for you. Tis the season to be jolly. Hey, Kenneth. Hey, Six Bowls. I see you was in here. Thank you for stopping by. How you doing, Kenneth? I'm Mrs. Claus today. I got on the Santa Claus hat. I like to wear the Santa Claus hat during the month of December. You'll be seeing me wearing it on some live streams. And sometimes I wear it when I'm out and about, like shopping or whatever. How's your day going? It's a cold day, Kenneth. It is a cold day. How's your weather? How's your day going? It's a cold day, Kenneth. It is a cold. Okay, that's Kenneth Bird. How you doing? We have a Kenneth Wickinson over here too. Is it cold where you at, Kenneth? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Are you looking forward to the Christmas season? Because it's here. This is the last month of the year. God is so good. If you're in my chat, you should be thankful because somebody did not make it to December the 3rd. But I'm also doing Vlogmas, so y'all probably see some different videos and things that I've been sharing. Today is day 3. Today is day 3. We got 22 more days before Christmas. 22 more days before Christmas. But today is Wellness Wednesday. Wednesdays, I try to talk about wellness just about every time I come live. Whether I said make sure you take care of yourself, do what you got to do for you to make you feel better about who you are. But today I want to talk about, which I have shared before. Over here, I like to share awareness on different things. We know the holiday season is here. We know a lot of people does like put Christmas lights up. A lot of people travel. There's a lot of things people do, but you have to be safe in everything you do. So I'm just gonna read some tips and different things about safety. Hey, Lion Pride, how you doing? I read some. I'm looking festive today, huh? I'm just in the spirit, girl. Just in the spirit. How you doing? You out there walking? Stay warm. Girl, it's been cold today. I had on my thick sweater today, girl, when I went out there to the store, right? Then people had on short sleeves. I'm like, what kind of blood y'all got in y'all? They looking at me like I'm crazy. The lady talking about I think she was going through her hot flashes or something, honey. Woo. And then tomorrow, you don't know where he went to? Then tomorrow I'll be traveling. I know it's going to be cold up there in Atlanta. So I'm going to be prepared. Yes, I'm going to be festive all, but, just try to bring in the spirit, bring in the season. How you been doing? I seen you over with that dancing turkey. I said, Lord, Pride need to stop over there with that dancing turkey. That was a big turkey too, girl. But I'm doing all right. I was just going to share some health and wellness today. Like I said, it's for educational purposes only. I'm not here to diagnose or suggest anything for anyone. It's just commentary. Like I said, it's the holidays. You have to be real safe when it comes down to, the Christmas lights and things like that. A lot of people lose their homes and stuff during this time of year because of the faulty wires of Christmas lights. And, we have to make sure, check all the sockets and all the plugs, make sure everything is running properly and things like that. You know how electricity is. When a lot be pulling, it will shut down and then it will burn. So it have happened to us. You have to be real careful with that. Some people is in the snow. There are some people caught in some snow. Prayers going out to those states that had those winter alerts. I see it was 22 states. They said it was 22 states went through a winter alert the other day. And I think it's a hurricane going on. And it's a lot. It's a lot going on right long and now. Everybody just need to just take precautions. And tomorrow I got to go on a field trip with Boosie. They need to go into a play. I went last year, but I couldn't record, so I probably take pictures. Hey, pre-retirement, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy holidays, y'all. Today I'm talking about safety, healthy tips. Hold on, my granddaughter calling hard. They wait right until I get live to want to talk. They do it every time. Every time. Hey everyone. You said getting cold. What you say? Yes, it's getting cold in places. Yeah. They said they had like a winter alert. It was 22 states. I know I heard North Carolina, South Carolina. My dad and I'm up there in South Carolina this week. I heard of Oklahoma. It was a lot of different states they was calling out, telling people, to be prepared and things like that. And I know a lot of people don't be want to leave their homes and stuff, when things like that happen. But if something like that happens and they tell you to leave your home, just, do what's best. Do it there, you can always get another home, but you can't get another life. That's why we have to be prepared and, make sure you watch the weather. Sometimes it be accurate and sometimes it don't. But we know this is hurricane season, and we know that it's getting close. It'll be winter soon. Right now it's still fall, but winter season is coming. And we know this the holiday season. Like I said, a lot of people like to do different things for the holidays. Some people like to go out the way, putting out different lights. I seen a house the other day. Oh my God. They had so much stuff in their yard. I'm like, and it was like the blow up thing, like the blow up decoration. I'm like, who did all of that? It's pretty and I like the decoration, but I don't like taking it down. So I'm gonna put up a tree. The kids already got a tree up. So I'm gonna put up a tree and some stockings for them. I don't try to put on all that stuff, but it ain't. Nobody gonna want to take it down. So, but when I go back up that way, I'm gonna take a picture of that house. I mean, they got all the blowed up outside decoration. I mean, it's pretty, but sometimes you could put a little bit too much. So anybody in chat, have y'all decorated yet? Have y'all started or y'all gonna decorate? I just gotta check out my bulbs and see if the everything working properly with the bulbs and stuff. Seems like I have to get bulbs just about every year because sometimes those bulbs will burn out. And if you got one burnt out, you have to either replace it or buy some more bulbs. So I'm gonna get into my commentary today. And I have shared this before. I think I share every year about health and safety tips. Yeah, some people do a lot. I'm gonna show y'all some lights. That's gonna be part of my Vlogmas. Show y'all some lights, how I be at night and stuff. But that house had some pretty stuff in it. But I'm like, they had the big old snowmans, the reindeers. I'm like, they just woo. And that house there, they do a lot of stuff for Halloween. That's where a lot of people go and get candy from. It's just like, how you have a house in the neighborhood that just not overdo it, but just go out the way. That's one of those houses. But like I say, if you've been following me, I do be sharing healthy tips, wellness tips, safety, on different type of awareness and things like that. But so I'm just gonna go over some tips here, just doing a little commentary today. Because yesterday after I got my injection, child, I went to sleep. I was real restless. That shot seemed like it had me. Woo. And my doctor said, if it's doing me like that, that means it's working because it's giving me energy and things like that. So, trying to find my thing. But other than that, I'm doing okay. Like I said, I'm thankful to see a new month. We're in the last month of December. So this one I'll be sharing about today. I don't know if y'all can see it on the screen, but it's a holiday health safety tips. And this right here come from it's come from an article from the CDC, control of disease. Make sure I got the right thing. You can follow me reading along with it. It comes from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, the holiday health and safety tips. I'm going to just read a little of this, then I'm going to get into what the list say. And this for just educational purposes only. Yeah, they house be like haunted house. They have candy. You know, some people be going all out the way with the holidays. So this is what I'm talking about today, y'all. And this covering the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CD, CP. Where CDC, that's what it is. And it's the Center for Diseases Control Prevention. Okay. It said the holidays are a time to celebrate, give thanks, and reflect. There are also times to pay special attention to your health, give the gift of health, and right here I'll be reading the tips. Holiday health and safety tips. You know, like we was talking about before, you know, a couple of years ago, we had that COVID guy here. And we could even talk about it. When you start talking about the COVID on your channel, I remember when I was on my channel, right? They were like, you can't talk about that. They're going to shut your channel down. You know, they would say stuff like that. So I would never just come out and call what it was, but everybody knew what we was talking about. But like I said, it's still out there, but I don't think it's as bad as it was a few years ago, but it's still out there. So right here, there's a holiday health and safety tip. Number 1, wash your hands often. You're supposed to wash your hand anyway. Whenever you go into the bathroom, coming back from the bathroom, whenever you get ready to eat, and then if you're around a lot of people that you know that dealing with allergies and different things like that, if you're in an area where you know that a lot of people is coughing and, you know, doing all that stuff, it's good to wash your hand and, you know, maybe step back from them. If you don't want to wear your mask, at least don't be too close up on them. Because some people be coughing. And I know sometimes you cough, you know, you don't be like you be trying to intend to cough on someone. But if you have real bad allergies and things like that, sometimes you will sneeze on someone. But, you know, it ain't like you'll do it on purpose. But, you know, it's best to stand back from people. Don't be so close up on a person that you know dealing with allergies and things like that. And they were just saying, make sure you wash your hand, you know, still just like I have hand sanitizer. You can get those little travel size hand sanitizer. You know, they got them at the dollar store. And put one in your bag, keep one in your pocket or something like that. Just continue to keep washing your hand and sanitize your hand real good. You know, like if you're going into I know some places like the bank, the doctor office, places like that have like public people, like the people come up there and be in and out. Sometimes they have hand sanitizers sitting there for people to use. So it's good if you don't have your own, just see if they have some. But it's good to stay sanitized during these winter months and make sure you take precautions. And if you're dealing with a cold or you know someone dealing with a cold, get you some Lysol, bleach, get something to sanitize your home. Because, you know, that's what I did today. I got some spray and I got some for my mom. Because, you know, my mom, she's where she can't really get around that much. And, you know, we don't really want her to be catching she doing okay because she had caught a real bad cold. We spray Lysol a lot around her because she is kind of like bedridden. And, you know, we don't want to try to, you know, make sure she don't catch nothing. So number 2 is stay warm. Stay warm. Like right now, it was 43? It was 43, probably was lower than that. I dress according to the weather. Me, myself, that's what I do. I mean, if I have to shed some clothes off during the day, that's what I do. But I be prepared when I'm going out there in that winter month, when that winter air, because that air you can catch a cold from that. You can catch a cold from that. So you have to be dressed according to the weather. Like I said today, so I had to ask some questions today when I saw some people out there with, everybody might feel good out here. I know everybody's body is different. Some people can stand the cold. I'm just one of those kinds that can't because of the fact of my joints. But just always remember to stay warm. I remember the time we went to went to Washington. We went to Washington with my son class that year. I think that was the first time I ever been in an area that it was cold. When I said cold, it was cold up there in Washington. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Happy New Month. Happy holidays. Are you excited about Christmas coming up? Good to see you. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? You still watching that big old TV? Thank you. I'm just talking about the safety and healthy tips. Number one, I said make sure you wash your hands. When you be in and out, like especially if you be around a lot of people, like public places like the courthouse or the doctor office. If you out shopping or anything, if you don't have no sanitizer yourself, make sure it's good to just take like a little sample of hand sanitizer, have them in your bag. You can get those little sanitizers where you can hook onto your phone, like little keychains. I'm always have me a little bottle stuck in my bag, But constantly wash your hand because of the fact that it is flu season. It's flu season. It is also COVID is still out there. I'm doing great tonight. I just did a video a few hours ago. Okay, I'm going to check it out. And number two is stay warm. So is it warm in your area? What is your weather like? If you're in my chat, what is y'all temperature at this point right now? Ours was 43 degrees. I'm trying to see what it is now. But it was 43 degrees. They said that was about like 5 o'clock. It was like 43 degrees. I think the temperature is going to get a little bit lower. But it's cold. And a lot of people just think they can just go out the house with nothing on. Don't do that. I mean, I know everybody's body different. Everybody don't be cold like others, but please take precautions. You don't want to get no flu out here. No. I can tell you about that. So number two is stay warm. Like I said, dress accordingly to the weather. We know it's still fall, but it's heading into winter. And like I said, it was a lot of areas that was caught up in a winter alert. I pray that everybody was safe in those areas because they was calling an alert on the television. They had different states calling out different states. I know I checked on my dad because they up there in South Carolina. Okay. Honey, tell me about it. Woo. I had to pay some too, girl. Oh, have mercy. It seemed like the first part of the month seemed that you had to pay everything. Light bill, everything. Everything be due on the first couple of days of the month. So number 3 is stay warm. Number 4 is manage your stress. I know it. That's what number 3 is, manage your stress. I know y'all heard of, it's called seasonal, it's SAD. I know y'all heard of that type of stress. It's that seasonal stress, like Sometimes people be having the blues during the holidays. They feel depressed. Because I was at the doctor. I thought y'all heard us talking, but I must have had it on mute yesterday when I was at the doctor's office. Because I was talking to the nurse yesterday, and she was just saying the holidays are just not the same no more. And because she lost her husband 4 years ago, and she was just saying it seemed like it get harder and harder for her. Like I said, some people grieving doesn't have a time limit on it. She said she had everything that she had her husband, she tried to move it out the house, but it's just like when if you stand on a house that someone had passed in, you're gonna still have those memories. You're gonna still have those memories. And she's my nurse, but she was just telling me about how hard a time she's having when she lost her husband. Even though it's been 4 years, it seems like the holidays is when people really do go through that. They get real depressed. Some people just don't be in the Christmas spirit. There are some things that you can do to feel good about yourself. Maybe you probably should treat yourself to a spa day, read some books, listen to some music, interact with other people, but when you're going through things like that, when you're having those type of days, sometimes you just want to be alone, but it ain't good to want to be alone if you're dealing with any type of depression or if you're going through any type of disorder. Some people don't like to talk to people about stuff. They try to hold it in, or they'll deal with it the best way they can. Because I be like that sometimes. Sometimes I be like, well, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes we try to shake things off and try to go on with our day. But like I say, and I say this every day, that God won't put no more on us we can bear. Sometimes when we know our load do get heavy, sometimes our load do get heavy, and then we wondering is we're gonna be able to make it. But sometimes that load get to lighten up a little bit. If you do feel depressed and sad because your loved one has passed away, there are people that can help you throughout the holiday season. Even your church or your funeral home can help. Yeah, you could talk to your church. You can do some things. And was that you said that you put pictures up of your mom? I think that was you told me that, right? Some people try to do things in remembrance of their family, even though they be long gone, but they try to at least want them have their pictures or something, some part of them still with them during the holidays. But this is a stressful time of the year, especially with how things go on with, well, I'm not saying the economy is good, but we're still going through some things with the food prices. Some of the food prices are still high. The gas might be went down a little bit, but still, there are still some people don't have a job. There are still homeless people out there. And, that's a lot of stuff building up in people, that stress. And stress is one of the number one killers out here. I thank God that they did open the government back up, let people be able to have some peace during this time of the year. They worry about if they're going to get a paycheck. They worry about if they're going to have something to buy grocery with. They were saying something about those food stamps yesterday. I heard them say, I don't know who, one of those senators had said, anybody that's not working, they don't need none. I heard them say that. I sure did. They said in other words, if you able to work, you don't deserve no food stamp. That's what they saying in so many words. So, but I thought, like they said, the elderly, the disabled, they shouldn't mess with those people. They can't help. They can't get out there and go to work. So like I said, number 3 is managing stress. Find ways to help with stress. Like I said, I do have an anxiety disorder. I thank God I haven't had an anxiety attack, none this year. None this year. I got a little overwhelmed at one time. It seemed like mine's come up when I'm dealing with trauma, or like if somewhere that happened and then like a spur of a moment. I almost had one when my husband had got sick that night and he didn't want to go to the doctor. I was telling him to go on to the doctor because he couldn't hardly breathe. He couldn't swallow no food, right? No, I haven't, because you know what I started doing? I started letting go and let God. I take medication for it, and my doctor told me it's a disorder, so they want me to take it. Hey, Kenneth. So Kenneth Wickerson in here tonight. We had Kenneth Bird in here earlier. Lewis at One Hour Funeral Home asked us to give them a picture of our loved ones that passed away. And we gave a picture of our dad so they can, okay. That was real. Yeah, when your throat started hurting, I mean, I know when my throat hurt, I always come up on a cold. But yeah, hey Frank, how you doing? But I thank God that I'm stronger mentally, because at one particular time I wasn't as strong as I am now. I used to let stuff get to me. Now, I try to deal with things. Like when stuff was going on with my dad and stuff going on with family. Sometimes we carry stuff carry stuff with us, and it be heavy. Like I said, God ain't gonna put no more on us than we can bear. How you been doing, Frank? You been doing okay? I was just talking about the safety and healthy tips for the holidays, and I was just saying a lot of people dealing with stress during the holiday because a lot of people still grieving from their loved ones. Some people probably don't have a job. There's still some people out here homeless. And some people be having those moods. We all have those moods, those days sometimes. We have those days sometimes we just want to just have some peace, just have some quietness. It ain't like you don't want to be rude to anyone or you don't want to be around people. It's good if you just want to have you some me time. And if you're dealing with any type of going through anything, there are people that you can, like Lewis said, you could talk to your preacher. If you can talk to a family member, even if you have to talk to a therapist, there's always, if you're able to reach out to someone, please do. Because during the holidays, a lot of people get too overwhelmed with their bills and trying to, in other words, put it like this. Christmas is only one day, okay? Christmas is one day. And that's why I tell my family, Christmas is one day, but we have to live. We have to have those necessities and things we have to have every day. So don't try to go and overspend when you know it's just only one day. If y'all understand what I'm saying, don't try to go overboard knowing that you got to eat the next week or you got a bill to pay, But I know people going to do what they want, but you still got to be able to, you can enjoy. You might not have as much, but you still can enjoy your holiday without getting so overwhelmed in debt. If y'all understand what I'm saying. A lot of people get stressed out by that because they feel like they can't get the things that they want. Like I always say, I might not have everything I want, but I do have some of the things that I need. And I'm not going to try to jump up and get something because Sue just went and bought a brand new vehicle. I'm not finna go buy now. Our finances are not the same. Hey, Six Ball, did you finish cooking those pork chops, girl? Hey, Judge Girl, great tips. Gotta let my phone charge. I'll let you run. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. I feel like, why do people think losing a family member, you have to get over it during the holiday? And that's what I was saying, Frank. Some people never get over it. I don't know if you heard when that nurse was talking to me yesterday. She saw her husband been gone 4 years, and she seemed like it get harder and harder. And you right, Line Pride. People will spend money for it, for people will spend money for anything, yeah. But you have to think about it. Shoot, I mean, like I said, Christmas is one day. Christmas is one day. But you still gonna have bills for 12 months. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have bills the next month. So, but I was looking at some things last night. I was going on looking at some things I'm gonna get for my grandchildren, right? And I was just looking at the different things and the prices. And I'm like, what? These little things, the stuff that we used to play with, the stuff that we used to have, it be some of the same stuff. They just didn't in other words, they didn't reboot it, they didn't renamed it, and they didn't probably came up with different designs, but it's still some of the same stuff we had when we was coming up. And it was cheaper back then, but I'm sitting there last night looking at stuff. I said, I'm gonna get Kyrie did, Boosie did. And I got the mother too. I got to add up that stuff. I'm like, whoa. I got to adding up that Christmas list. And I said, look, I'm like, but my grandkids, I already told them, I'm getting them mostly something. I'm getting them something to wear because they're growing. So I picked out Kyrie a couple of things, because he's small, my little baby. He about like, he from 18 months, 24 months. He's still a toddler. And he's growing out of his clothes. And I told my daughter, I said, we get him a little bit bigger, then, he can catch it, But I tell you, it ain't nothing like it was when we was coming up. Nothing. Right. Look like they could give people a break in December. Woo. I know, honey. I was surprised my light bill was cheaper this time. When I got ready to pay it today, right? I was like, woo, I liked that. But I know December, because I'm gonna have some Christmas lights on. And we burning our electric and stuff. I know it gonna go up, but honey, I do not like my company that I'm with. I don't like them because, child. Some light people let you go 2 months. Not the people I deal with. You gotta pay that bill. They might let you go a few days. Some light company do let you go about 2 months. Honey, they have it. If you don't pay, they'll wipe them off. Every year I hear the same thing, that you have to get over losing family members. Nobody knows what people. And that's right, Frank. Nobody shouldn't even tell a person they should get over nobody. Like the lady was talking to me, my nurse was talking to me yesterday. She said her daughter have lost her husband. And she was telling her that it ain't going to be easy. Her husband been gone 4 years. My nurse was talking to me. I don't know if y'all heard when I was live, but she was just telling me how hard a time she had for Thanksgiving. She said every time, because she still stay in the house where her husband was living. And she every time she looked around, it was something to remind her of him. Walmart has been having a lot of toddler clothes at good prices. Yeah, I was looking online because I don't want to be doing all that walking in those stores. So I was looking online. I already know what I'm going to get now. I already picked it out. They ain't rhyming, so she can't hear what I'm saying. But and I'm gonna try to get them some educational stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Booster, she where now she got to start reading. So try to get her some things to help her with her reading. But these kids want iPhones and all that stuff. Most people say that because they never lost a family member. I don't know why they say that, Frank, and they shouldn't say that because, like I said, everybody don't grieve alike. Your loved one could be being gone for what, about 10 or 15 years. That's still your loved one. So the next tip is travel safety. And if you're out there traveling, like right now, the gas might be went down a little bit, but it's still, it's still high. But it's better than what it was. I think last year was I think it was higher last year about this time. Those eggs were higher last year too about this time. So I'm not saying the economy in a better shape than it was last year, but I'm glad the gas price is going down a little bit. Because tomorrow we're traveling tomorrow. Y'all keep us in prayer. We'll be gone to I'll be gone till Friday. But yeah, we'll be on the road though. But yeah, if you're out there traveling, like this time of year, you know how the cars be. You got to make sure you have that maintenance work on your cars. If it, I can remember when I used to be working, y'all. Oh my God. I used to hate to have to run out there in the morning time and warm that car or that van I was driving, put it like that. Woo! I remember those cold mornings and when that ice be all on the windshield and you have to sit there, let that car run for a while. And some people be jumping up in their car. No, you cannot jump in your car during the winter months and think that car gonna run. Some people car probably will take off, but it's best to warm them cars up. Have fun, be safe. The Monica Brandon curse is a good one. Yeah, I know I probably go, ooh. My daughter said, Mom, you're gonna be probably sitting down about 3 hours. I'm like, what? So I might get up and stretch my legs or whatever. That's my early Christmas present, girl. That's my early Christmas present from my daughter. She trying to say it's my birthday present too, but I don't know about that line pride. I don't know if it's my birthday present too. That's what she gonna say. She's like, Mama, you get your birthday present. You get your birthday present and your Christmas present at the same time. I'm like, girl, my birthday is January. But I'm going to try to enjoy. Y'all know I probably show y'all some little snippets. All depending on where I'm sitting at. I'm still here. I got this. Try to put this light on this thing. But I know it's going to be probably cold up there in Atlanta. Colder. I know it's going to be, like the further you go, the colder it get, right? Oh, I told my daughter, they ain't gonna be both of them now. But yeah. But just remember when you going out there, you cannot jump in no cars, guys. Warm them cars up. You know how we have to warm our bodies up? Them cars have to be warmed up too. But I used to hate the old morning. My husband used to have to go out there and try to help get the ice off when it be real cold, how the ice be sticking on the windshield. Woo, I can remember those cold mornings. Make sure you get the proper maintenance. If you're traveling, make sure you get the proper maintenance on your car. Check your water, the antifreeze, everything that needs to be properly checked. Get it serviced. You have to get your car serviced, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling this winter, or if you're driving to work every day. You have to get those cars tuned up, just like our bodies have to be tuned up. Because those cars will knock off. Woo, I know. They would knock off. It is good, too, if you're traveling. Make sure you can have some first aid kit. You never know. Try to have a first aid kit in your car. You never know whether you might need a Band-Aid or any little thing. Maybe some Tylenol. You might get a headache, or you can get those little first aid kits. They have sometimes those little first aid kits be having like have little Tylenol in it. They have needle and thread. I've seen some little kits like that. What store I saw that at? It was some store I had bought that in there. Oh yeah. Make sure you when you out, make sure you got those lights, your proper lights on your cars. Cause some people be acting just like they don't even see you. But yeah, it's good to have a first aid kit. Even if you're traveling, need some water. I don't like to be drinking while I be riding because I have to go to the bathroom. Especially because I'm taking blood pressure pills. I already have to go. Because my daughter gonna be like, Mom, you gotta go again. It'd be like me when all of us be going somewhere. It'd be me and Boosie have to go to the bathroom. Boosie be like, Grandma, you ready to go? And T be like, my daughter be like, Lord have mercy, y'all too. I tell you, when you get to be my age and they put you on medication, those blood pressure pills they said they have water in it or something. And I remember my mom, when she used to ride with me, and I used to be like, Mama, you just went to the bathroom. And I know those blood pressure pills, they said have water in them. So, but yeah, so what number am I on? Number 4, the travel safety. Just make sure, and it's good to have some jumping cables too, y'all. It's good to have jumping cables because, like, during the winter months, those cars, I tell you, they be stalling. And then you be somewhere and don't have no jumping cables, or and now they have it where you can get the jumping cables and the thing that you put air in the tire. Because I remember when I was because I told you I used to drive back and forth to work. Somebody bought it for a gift for me. I forgot who that was, but somebody bought me like the little thing you put the air in. It was like a little small thing. I just took it with me everywhere when I was traveling. That'll help you keep air in your tire and stuff like that. Yeah. So things like that, they're important to have when you're traveling. And if you want to have you something to eat or drink, maybe pack your little bag, But always think safety and take care of yourself. Look out for yourself when you're out there on the highway. And also look out for the next driver. Sometimes, if you don't be paying attention and, things happen. And just remember, do not text and drive. Up here in Georgia, boy, I had passed by the police the other day. I had my phone, right? I just had my phone in my hand. Them police be looking. They be looking, trying to see if people be texting. They are very convenient. Somebody the airport thing. Yeah, they are. They're like those little small ones you can just keep in your car. So these are the 4 I read, y'all. Wash your hands often. Stay warm. Manage stress. Travel safety. Yep. So I got, let's see, got about 5 more I gotta talk about. What, Frank? And you know what? I never did know how to change a tie. That one thing I could never do. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I couldn't change no tie. We live. Yep, right. That's what it is. That's what it is. My husband showed me how to, like, when you get ready to check the oil. He used to be telling me he'll pull the stick out the thing and he'll say if the oil be a certain way, then he changing. Some of that stuff I still didn't know. Cause I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna be the one changing, but it's still best to learn some of that stuff though. But change the tire, I never did try to learn how to do that. It's not hard to change one, but it's no fun. Oh, you didn't change one before? Ooh, well, I ain't did that now. And I sure can't do it now, but I'd have put air in the tire. Frank, so we live in a phone addiction world. That's what it is, Frank. I don't even think people watch TV no more. I'm sorry. Don't be on my phone 24 hours a day. Yeah, you have to give it a break. You really do. You really do. So these are the next health and safety tips. Number 6, be smoke free. I mean, that's just something people do, you know. I be telling my brother, ooh, how you do it? And y'all know them cigarette high? Ooh, them thing now. Some of those cigarettes cost about $10 a pack. I'm like, they can have them. They can have them jokers. That's a pack of meat, yeah. I mean, I don't hate on nobody what do, but I be telling my brother, you smoke too much. Some people be popping them out, y'all. I mean, they be like, oh my God. I really can't stand to smell them that like that. And no other things either. Ooh, y'all know what I'm talking about. That stuff there open your nose up. That no other. Look, my grandma used to call them funny cigarettes. But they said avoid smoking and breathing other people's smoke. If you smoke quit today, hold nobody come here and tell me. I ain't trying to tell y'all to quit smoking, but you know, some people have to stop on their own and stuff like that. Because I remember my dad, he had stopped smoking. And it was hard for him, but he did. I think every now and then, I ain't been seeing him, but they said sometimes he do be trying to still smoke, but I ain't been seeing him. He don't let me see him. But yeah, I'm glad he did stop smoking. They think to me I don't care how good the liquid is supposed to be. I know it, the quality. I know, like, sometimes I go in the store and my brother be like, bring me a pack of cigarettes. I be saying, give me the cheapest one y'all got. And then they'll say, do you want menthol or what the other one is? I was like, I don't even know the difference. So they said, do you want menthol or the long one or the short one? I said, well, give me the long one. Maybe they'll last a little while. I don't know. I don't know the difference between those cigarettes. Yep, it does. I think they said the menthol, I think those better. I'm not sure. I just be hearing my brother not talking about them. But that one I wish he would stop though. But people have to, get to the point where they say, look, enough is enough. But they would say right here, call the 1-800-QUIT now or talk to your healthcare provider for help. Yeah. And this right here is just education, y'all. I'm not trying to tell y'all to stop smoking. Do it, if you want to smoke, smoke. Just be, it's not a good thing. And I can't stand to be in a place where a lot of smoke at. Because you get the coughing, burn your eyes. Oof. That's why if we be at a restaurant or, you can get places where you don't have to be around people smoking, get in a non-smoking area or stuff like that. But everybody just be careful, Because cigarettes are high. The one my brother getting, they about 4 some. I told him if they ever get $10, you still gonna want them. I know they what those cigarette called? Newport. I think they call Newport. I think them thing about $10. If you want to live, don't smoke because that is cancer. Yeah. I'm glad my dad is slow. But I think he do it because when he said, I'm gonna go outside. And I'm so what you going outside for? I'm just going out. He be doing that vapor thing. I think that when he wean his way off of it, when they be doing that vapor thing, when they blow that, blow in it. So the next one is number 6. Yeah. That's a chicken. You can buy a pack of chicken with that. People get mad when you say that. Yeah, but it's the truth though, Frank. It's not good on your lungs. Number 6, get checkups and vaccination. Exams and screenings can help find problem early or before they start. Those we always say over here. Make sure you get your appointments early. Early detections does save lives. I mean, a lot of people don't get their shots like the flu shot. I think they got the COVID shot out there. I did get the flu shot. I prayed about it. I said, Lord, but no, I've been okay since I took it. I think my husband, he took it too. He didn't want to take it, but he took it. But I didn't take now another COVID shot. Mm-mm. But a lot of people don't take the flu shot. I'm not trying to tell nobody to take it. It's your body. You know what's best for you. But sometimes your doctor would suggest that you take it. So, right, you can buy turkey. Girl, you get $10 worth of gas. So it's just saying, like, make sure you go your checkups. Make sure you get your vaccinations and stuff like that. Number 7, watch the kids. Children are high risk for injuries. Keep a watchful eye on your kids. Keep potentially dangerous toys, food, drinks, household items, choking hazard like coins and hard candy, and other objects out of the kids' reach. I'm gonna tell you what happened to my family. My son had put a bead in his ear. We had to go to the hospital. They had to put him to sleep. I'm just hollering and crying. They couldn't get it out of his ear. He was about 3 years old. Boosagay got one in her nose, and she got one in her. She had 2 in her nose. I said, y'all don't let Kyrie put no bead. I said, like it's just going from down in the family. But them little hair beads, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? They had to put Booster to sleep to get hers out, and my son to sleep to get his out when he was little. Them little things are so dangerous, and Booster be wearing them on her hair. And I said, ooh, don't let Kyrie don't let him put one in his nose or in his ear, especially when they live like that. First thing they'll do is put those beads in their ear, or they'll try to put it up their nose. After my son had went through that, I stopped wanting to put beads on T hair because that's where it came from my daughter when she had beads on her hair. Most parents need to hear that instead of worrying about their relationship and social media. You're right. But yeah, got to be real careful. Like, you see, my little baby, he 2, right? We know he would pick up something in a minute. That's why we had to make sure we keep stuff out the flow, the nickels, the dimes, the penny. They be curious at that age. When they be little like that, they want to see what it's about. So yeah, so make sure you watch your kids, and then like the toys. Like I said, I was doing some shopping last night, seeing what I'm gonna get the kids. I'm not gonna get him nothing that I think he'll, what I think would be dangerous. There'd be some toys out there. They be so small. It could be any little stuff that they can be a safety hazard for. Put it like that. So this is just commentary. It is not here to suggest anyone go by these tips. These are just tips. And I think they are great tips, for the holidays or anytime. They watch video more than you're right. So they said kids can reach out learn how to provide early treatment for children who are choking, develop and reinforce rules about acceptable and safe behaviors for all electronic media. Yeah. My little grandbaby, he too now. He already know how to, when you like my video right here, right? He already know how to slide the thing up to go to the next channel. I'm like, boy, as you know about social media already. You even 2 years old. He don't like this. How he do? He don't like just watch one thing. He steadily he steadily try to go to the next video. We have him on the YouTube kid video. He like Miss Rachel, some little show called Bleepy, or whatever that little man name. But yesterday I'm just looking at him. Then when he can't get the next video, he started crying. I said, you gotta let it. You know how some video, when you watch one video on YouTube, sometimes the next video will come up. He don't give it time. I told my granddaughter, I said, "Ooh, this boy he'll kill you with a phone." But they at 2-year-old know how to do stuff like that. That's why I said these children these days, they know about these phones more than we do. So they're just saying, just watch your kids, especially when they ride little small object toys and stuff like that. Kids watch adults, yeah. But like I said, that almost hurt me when I saw my baby had that in her ear. Boosa had one in her nose. And they tried to get it out without putting them to sleep. But they were hollering too bad. And then I was hollering too. I was, ooh, I can't stand to see my baby holler like that. So we have to keep all them little things out their way. Okay, number 8, prevent injuries. Injuries from falls, fireworks often occur around the holiday. Use step stools instead of furniture when hanging decoration. Leave the fireworks to the professionals. Do y'all put up, Frank, do you put up any decorations? Like I said, I'm going to put that tree up. My daughter and them already got their tree up. I'll always be dragging. I'm going to start the yard. Excuse me. I might try to put it up the weekend. My husband going to get it out. I don't try to climb up on that. I put that tree right there where I'm going to put it. And I might put some on my door. That's it. I don't be trying to put up all that stuff. So if you're doing any type of decoration, if you climbing, make sure you have something steady to stand on. Don't try to get up on nothing, especially if you're not stable. No, because it's just me. Oh, okay. So you're not visiting no family? Family ain't visiting? My daughter said the other day to my mom, we have finger food. I said, all right then. I said, I don't want to cook nothing. That Thanksgiving dinner was enough for me. Ooh. So we're going to do some finger food, probably some fish, something like that. So right here they said most residential fires occur during the winter months. And they do. A lot of people lose their homes during the winter months. During the months when they have to have those lights up. Sometimes it be from a heater. I mean, it's a lot of fires start from those heaters and stuff. Oh, okay. So if you putting up any lights, make sure you check your lights. Sometimes it could be a bad bulb or a bad light. You might have to change the whole light out, or you might have to just buy some more bulbs. Make sure you checking your sockets, where you plug it in and out. And if you're putting up a tree, make sure, you you got the proper lights on there and the things that you need to make sure it doesn't cause a fire. And it's sad to say that a lot of people do lose their homes during the holidays. And it come from faulty wires, and it come from those, they call those heaters space heaters or electric heaters. Or you have to really watch those. You love your family? Okay. All right. That's all right, Frank. That's all right. And right here they say keep candles from children, pets, walkaways, trees, and curtains. Never leave fireplaces or stove or candles unattended. Don't use generator grills or other gasoline or charcoal burning devices. Be real careful with your candles. And, if you're turning your stove on, make sure you turn it, make sure you turn it off completely. There's a lot of things that you can avoid from happening. Sometimes you might leave the stove on and then realize you had left it on. Then you like, I left my stove on. So make sure you double check. So that's number 8. Number 9, handle and prepare food safely. As you prepare holiday meals, keep you and your family safe from food-related illnesses. Hand and surface often. Avoid cross-contamination by keeping raw meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs, including their juices, away from ready-to-eat foods and eating surface. Cook food to proper temperature. Refrigerate properly. Do not leave perishable foods out for more than 2 hours. Even though it's cool, but it's still certain foods you just can't leave out. Like, for instance, dressing, right? Cook that dressing. We didn't let it sit out because, it have like different stuff in it and it can spoil. So like dressing. Do y'all put y'all eggs in the refrigerator? Do y'all put y'all eggs in the refrigerator? I'm asking a question. I don't know who in the chat, but do y'all put y'all eggs in the refrigerator? Or y'all let y'all eggs sit out? Ooh, I hate the smell of rotten egg. Oh my God. Oh, just imagine when people do that. You put your, because a lot of people like to have their eggs out like room temperature, but when it's hot, it's not good to have those eggs out. Like in the summer months, those eggs need to be in the refrigerator. They need to be in there anyway, but some people just put it out like room temperature and stuff, like fish and stuff like that. You don't want to have that sitting out. If you cook fish, I wouldn't want to keep it out overnight because, I don't know if y'all notice when you try to rewarm fish. To me, when I'm going to eat fish, I want to go and eat mine right then. I like to eat my fish hot. I got to get them from my chicken. They can sit out a week or two. Girl, you got some chicken? Oh, my God. Why you ain't sent me some of them eggs, girl? You could have sent me a dozen of eggs. Even though I almost eat the white part, but it's hard. I be here trying to pull the egg out and cook them like that. I'm like, Sometimes it still be a little white on it. I can't do this. I had thought I was going to have to get me a chicken, girl, the way how them eggs were the other year. Last year, them eggs was $10 up here at this store up here. That's why I said, they done went down. Maybe, look, he did. Look, help got them down. Your egg need to be cold. Yeah. Because if you leave an egg out, these things. Girl, when people were complaining about chicken, I was like, thank goodness we have chicken. Wow. My dad he got some roosters, and my aunt got some. I said, I thought I would have to get me one, girl. That's a shoe. And those eggs be so fluffy. They be real fluffy. You could tell those eggs from bought egg. You could tell the difference. You really can. So they were just saying like certain foods that you shouldn't leave out. Make sure you don't leave, especially in the hot months. Don't leave certain foods out because it will make you sick. Okay, the last one is eat healthy and be active. And that's what we try to do. That's what we try to do. You know, I might not show that I'll be walking, but I will walk out there in my yard. You know, I try to keep myself moving. And then when I be going places, I'm getting in that walking then. But I know my girl in the chat, she does her walking. Frank be walking. And then, you know, you eat according to what you want to eat. Hey, James, how you doing? Happy holidays. Good to see you. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. If you get your eggs from the chicken, they have a protected coating, and that's why you'll see them on people's countertop. Okay. After about a week or two, they need to go in the fridge. Oh, yeah. 'Cause I know some people do have their eggs out. Yep. Some people do have the eggs out, but you know, that's good if you can keep them out that long. So your chicken, they hash eggs, Lion Pride. They taste better. Oh, okay. I know have eaten some eggs from fresh chicken. They be real fluffy. You could tell the difference. So I was just reading y'all like it was 10 tips about health and safety. I'm gonna go one more time. Wash your hands often, stay warm, manage your stress, travel safely, be smoke free, get checkups and vaccinations, watch your kids. Please watch your kids during these holidays. If you don't, because I'm being honest. Now, if someone get choked, I remember they was teaching us how to do CPR and how to help someone when they're choking. You know, especially the smaller kid. Like I said, my baby, we have to keep our eyes on him because he will put stuff in his mouth. Because, you know, he'll talk. So, you know, the little ones, they will try to see what stuff made out, like pennies and dimes and stuff like that. We have to make sure they are not on the floor. Because that little child, he be looking like, no. Hey, Miss Key, how you doing? You doing all right? You live, ain't you? I think I seen your schedule earlier today. You live? How you been doing? Just talking about some safety tips over here. Y'all know Miss Key is counting down to Christmas. What day we on, Miss Key? 20. We got 22 more days. And I cooked me some chili, y'all. Ooh. I had to have something to warm my body. Oh my God. It was cold out there today. I use CPR if I have to use it. Okay. They were just saying, like, you know, it's good to know that. It is good to know how to save someone, help someone when they're choking. You doing well? No, I'm not live. I have a premiere. Oh, okay. But just talking about some safety and healthy tips. Be smoke free. Make sure you get your checkups and vaccinations. Watch your kids. We were just talking about, hey, First Lady, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Just over here sharing about some health tips and safety tips for the holidays. Like if you got small kids, make sure you don't have anything where they can put up in their mouth, in their nose, like the little objects. Like I said, my son had put a bee in his ear. My granddaughter had put a bee up her nose. Those little bees and those little small objects, kids will try to see what they're made of. Even pennies and dimes. Cause my little grandson, that's why we move everything out his way, because they curious. They wondering about what this is. It's been going pretty good. I was just reading the safety and healthy tips, and you know, the holidays are here. You know, I know a lot of people do be, you know, it is a stressful time for some people, especially when the ones that have lost their loved ones and things like that. Some people be having the blues. They don't want. Some people don't want to celebrate Christmas. They or any holiday because of the fact that I guess or what has they lost loved ones and things like that. I'm festive today, y'all. I got on my Santa Claus hat. I got my injection yesterday, so I got a lot of energy today, y'all. A lot of energy. I went on and got it yesterday, because I know I was going to be going out of town tomorrow. I'm going to a concert. I'm going to try to have a good time. But yeah, I was just reading y'all the different types of tips and safety tips and wellness tips for the holidays. And like they said, watch your kids. Make sure they don't put, make sure they don't put no small objects in there. Anybody in the chat ever had to do that? Child put something up their nose, in their ears. I don't know why they love them little hair beads, y'all. Them children love them little hair beads. My children did. I'm like, Lord have mercy, not again. I think Boosa had put a bee up her nose 2 times, y'all. I think she put one up her nose and one on her ear. And they had to put her to sleep on both times. And my son. I'm trying to see that KJ put one on his. I think my grandson had did it too. I said, what it is with y'all in these hair beads? So we had to make sure we move all that stuff out them children away. So I was just reading some safety tips, like when you get ready to put your tree up, make sure. Yeah. That's a curious little girl. They had to put her to sleep. She was like, I think she was like 1. She was about like 1. You know the little hair bead she be wearing on her hair? She done put one up her nose. And the doctor was trying to get it. She was just hollering. And T couldn't stand it, and I couldn't either. So they ended up putting her to sleep. And I was, girl. So we had to end up moving all that stuff out her way. And my son had to put one in his ear, y'all. I'm like, what, how in the world you put that thing in your ear? With children be little, they do stuff like that. You have to move all those little small objects and stuff like that. When you buying stuff enough for Christmas, make sure you don't have those toys with all those little loose pieces. So Kyrie is not getting anything like that. Anything that I think he'll put in his nose or ears, no. And another one was make sure you get your checkup, get your vaccinations if that's what you choose to do. Some people took the flu shot. Some people did. I guess it'd be up to you to take the shot. My doctor suggested I did, since I have a lot of stuff going on with my immune system. So he like, yeah, you going to take the shot. I'm like, I don't know. So I went on and took it, but I've been doing okay since I took it. But I did catch the flu one time, and that wasn't fun. No. The flu wasn't fun at all. I heard it. I know I heard it. But yeah, but anything that I had talked about today was for educational purposes only. I'm not here to diagnose or suggest any of these tips for anyone. It's just commentary. And it's just something to help keep our spirits up. Like I said, like the stress, do what you're able to do for Christmas. Let your family know, or whoever you buying gifts for or whatever. Look, I'm on a budget. I'm gonna get you what I can get you. Let them know. Don't put your house out. Like they said, don't put your own bills in jeopardy for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Because Christmas is only one day. Christmas is one day. Your bills still gonna be rolling. So some people have budgets. They know what they want to spend on certain months. And child, I'd be trying. I'd be like, shoo. Either way, it be going. It seems like you can't hold on to it. You can't hold on to it, especially when you got bills. But but what I'm saying is don't get yourself overwhelmed about the holidays trying to satisfy others. Do what you're able to do. And if they're your friends, if they're your family, they know time's hard. They know time hard. It ain't what you give a person, it's the thought behind it. That's what matters. So yeah. So don't stress too much about it. Do what you're able to do. And I also talked about the safety of traveling. When you're traveling, make sure you have the proper things you need. Make sure you get the maintenance did on your cars. Our cars is just like us. They have to have water too. Make sure, some people be like carrying like water, and they might have them a gas jug. Some people be traveling with stuff like that, especially during those cold months. Because those cars have to have antifreeze, right? And then you have to put some water. So maybe it's good to have maybe a jug or maybe a gas thing in your car just in case you might need it. And it's good to have a first aid kit, especially if you got kids traveling with you. Have you something enough for your stomach? Have you something enough for your headache? Have some Band-Aids. Maybe get like the little temperature thing, like Band-Aids, temperature thing. What else? Maybe, like I said, Tylenol. And then sometimes I used to have motion sickness. When I used to travel, it seemed like every time I would travel, it seemed like I would feel dizzy or I'd be feeling sick on the stomach. And my doctor said it was called motion sickness. Yeah. And you can get medication for that. My daughter be like, Mama, you all right over there? Sometimes that menopause will hit you too. I could be over there sweating. I'm like, girl, I'm all right. But yeah, tomorrow will be me and her. We're going out of town. And yeah. So I gotta get off of here. Gotta get my little bag together. Get some little things I gotta put together for tomorrow. Cause the concert gonna start about 8. It's gonna start about 8. But we won't come back home until Friday. But yeah, so those are some of the tips that I did share. Like I said, everybody just be safe out here during this holiday season. And remember too, I didn't bring up that, but I'm finna talk about when you be out shopping. Be safe out there shopping, because people be trying to pick your pocket, y'all. You ever be at a store where people just be like you could tell they looking at you, or they trying to see what you gonna spend, or some people just, I don't know, especially during the holiday. Because I've been, Lord, couple weeks ago, before I got these right here, y'all see my nails? I got my Christmas nails. And the little boy came up behind me. He about scared me to death, y'all. He came up behind me. It was right after Halloween, matter of fact. And I messed around. He scared me when he came up, or he had some candy. He said, "You want to buy some candy?" I said, he was trying to get rid of some of that candy he had got. And I messed around, and after he came up on me, I shot my finger up, and my fingernail, lost one of my fingernail. But I'm like, he scared me. I'm like, that little boy doing out here? And I'm like, where is his mama? Where is his parents? Out there trying to sell his candy, y'all. So what I did, I just gave him $1. I said, just keep your candy. I mean, that child had no business out there in he was like in a little plaza area, like when people get ready to pull up and park and leave. Cause he caught me off guard. I don't like when people come up on. I be like, Lord, child. So I just gave him $1 and told him I didn't want the candy. Out there trying to, I read he was trying to make him a couple dollars off the candy. Trying to sell the little candy he hadn't got for Halloween. Like, Lord Jesus. You have to be real careful out here. You know, we see during the holidays, there'd be a lot of people out there, the Salvation Army. People be out there with the little bell, with the little bucket, you know, asking for money. Then be homeless out there. And sometimes, you know, if you be in your heart to give somebody, you will. But sometimes, if you don't have it, you just don't have it. Just don't have it. Let's see. These next few days of December, people gonna be shopping, whether they're shopping online or they're going to the stores. So you have to be real careful. Y'all gonna check out Miss Key. She said she's got a premiere. I don't know if she already went. She probably, let me see what time it is. She probably already went. I know I saw her schedule. Shout out to my members and shout out to my gifted members. So let's see, so right quick. Yeah, I had cooked me some chili. I did it with some turkey, ground turkey. It turned out pretty good. I had made some before, but I didn't even use no cheese or no sour cream. I said, whew, I wanted me some, but I didn't mess with it. I told my husband if he wanted some, he'd have to get him some because I wouldn't eat no cheese. But other than that, y'all, I'm doing okay. Still, you know, my doctor told me yesterday, just continue to keep doing what I'm doing. And, you know, I have came a long way, but I still have some ways to go. But I can say I have came a long way. And I thank God for that. And y'all can tell when y'all see me come on, y'all can see my energy. It seems like my energy level and picked up. I thank God. I try not to let stuff bother me like I used to just try to carry things in my, you know how you just carry a load or thinking that you could be the one to solve everything or stuff like that. I'm one of those guys that I want everybody to be happy. I just want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to get along, stuff like that. That's just me. But, you know, I know, you know, how things be. But that's just the kind of person I am. You know, I just thank God my anxiety then got a whole lot better. You know, I used to let what was going on with my family and things like that affect me mentally. But I have learned that I can't do it. It's not good for me. And if you feel like that you at a place where if you just can't help no one, you just can't. You can't neglect yourself trying to help others. And I think that that's what I was doing at one particular time. But I started letting go and let God. And when I started focusing more on what I need to do for me and giving it to God, I could tell that, you know, I can feel good about myself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to just let people be who they are. Let them be who they are. Let them just be them. But long you stand true to you, taking care of you, doing what you're supposed to do, and that's all should matter. Because I remember about a year or two ago, I was stressed. I was real stressed about my dad with his health and other things. I had got to the point I thought I was going to have a breakdown at one time. But I thank God that I have got stronger from that. And that's why I always say, you learn from some of the things you go through. Sometimes it takes a lot of people a long time to get where they need to be in their life, but they get there. We just have to have patience and keep trusting God. And that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. Because I said, how can I help someone? Or how can I take care of someone else if I'm not taking care of myself? Always take care of you first. Always. No matter who it is, what it is, take care of you. Because your mental health, your physical health, all that does matter. All that matter. I thank God that He had brought me a mighty long way for my mental state, but the physical part, these joints that do what they want. It was so cold today. I had to go in the store at first. I'm going on like this. The folks looking at me like, is you okay? They walk around with short sleeves on. I'm like, is y'all okay? Shoot. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I was explaining to the lady at the store. She said, yeah, I understand why you all wrapped up. I said, honey, I be looking like a snowman when I go out the door. And then when I get warm, I know how to pull something out. Whatever the lady told me at the doctor office yesterday. Somebody, we had to get your blood. That little knot. They put that vein in my hand right there. That little thing still sticking up there. She said, why did you? I said, because I was cold. So when I go back, I'm going to have on something where they can put that needle in my arm. Shoot, I didn't shed off my jacket yesterday because they couldn't get my blood pressure without my coat on. But yeah, like I said, I thank God for His grace and mercy. This is the last month of the year, y'all. Woo. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? But yeah, I just want to bring to y'all those tips about your health and staying safety during these holiday months. Like I said, a lot of people do celebrate Christmas, and then some people don't. Some people bring the New Year in, and some don't. Some be at church, some just be in their home. Some be out doing what they want to do. I'm just gonna be thanking God just to be able to see a new year, and then my birthday is a few days after that. So yeah. I told my mama I almost was a new year, baby. Cause my birthday the 5th, and the new year come in. Yep. I was typing in something. Yeah, like I said, I was just checking out some things for my grands last night, and I'm like, woo, these little toys is not cheap. They're not cheap. I'm just looking at here now about, they were saying about the scamming and stuff like that during the holidays. You have to be real careful out here. I'm reading right here. I might do a segment on it. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why I was just popping in just to go over that and see what everybody was doing. Like I said, it was 40-something degrees here today. What, 44? When I checked earlier, it was 44. Yeah, it was 44. I'm not sure what tomorrow going to be, but I know it's going to be cold. I know it's going to be cold. If you're in the bushes, don't forget to give my thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. So I'm about to get ready to get off of here. That's basically what I want to talk about today. Like I said, I'm doing Vlogmas. You either probably see it in a live stream like this or short video. I'll be dropping something just about every day. Now tomorrow I'll be leaving out of town. We're going to be leaving. I gotta go to Busa. She gonna be going to a school. They have a school play or something like that. And my daughter ain't gonna be able to go, so I'm gonna have to go with her. So I'll be busy tomorrow. Yes, I'll be getting up being busy tomorrow. Like I said, this just be commentary. I'm not, I never told anyone on my channel that they should do this or they should do that because people know what's best for them. They know what's best for, their health. Sometimes I just share about some of the things that I deal with. And people come in my comments and they be saying that they thank me for sharing and they appreciate sometimes some of the information that I be doing, putting out, or if they might be going through some of the things I'm going through. And my goal over here is to help uplift, not tear down. That have always been my motto over here. It will continue to be that way. Long as God give me the strength to do so, this channel will run. Whether I run every day, whether I don't. It just all depends on my energy level and things like that. But lately, I've been having a pretty good, been doing pretty good. Um, yep. So I'm gonna get off of here probably about a few more minutes. And I think I'm gonna go on and get those kids situated with some of their gifts. I always get them a stocking and put some things in there for them. That's just me. I like to be festive. I was looking at a little treat me and Booster probably gonna make. I seen it the other day. I looked it up. It's gonna be with some pretzels. I think we did something like that before, but it's gonna be something different. I just like to do stuff with the kids. He came back. Oh, Bingo and got away, Jesus. Booster, they're gonna be mad. You didn't know he wasn't gonna come back? Oh, the dog and got away. I read he said he's free. I'm saying he been tied up for so long. He probably said he's free now. Boy. You ready? You nobody on being killed then? That's why I think somebody gonna kill him. I heard the dog barking. What? Oh, who's gonna have fear? Yeah, so somebody white folk gonna kill him. You should have tied that dog good. Oh, bingo. Bingo, bingo, bingo. He was looking like he was sick yesterday. I got him on a little video. Yeah, Miss Key coming on at 8 o'clock. So if y'all want to check her out, y'all can check her out. She's still working on her hours. He done came back. They say the flu on the rise. I know. That's what I just said. They must be talking about on the news. Talking about on the news. Yep. They say the flu is out there, guys. They talk about it on the news. Let's see what they saying about the flu. And what I'm saying, some people get this shot and some don't. But just be real careful out there if you be around people. If you be around people that have it. That's why it's good to sanitize your home, get you some Lysol, some bleach. Cause bleach, it'll help kill germs too. That's what it said right here. Help keep your home healthy this year with Clorox, disinfectant products, and tips. Help stop the spread of cold and flu viruses this season with Clorox. I use Clorox a lot. It's strong, but I use it. Cold and flu season is here. Hear what you need to know to minimize the sick days with Clorox Essentials. It'll burn your eyes too. That's why I be getting that spray. I get that Lysol spray. Yep, they saying the flu is getting bad now, y'all. Well, I just hope it don't come out. You wear if you want to wear your mask, you can, but I hope it never get back to the way it was. Woo. I couldn't stand a mess. I really could. They said the cold and flu season is here. A lot of us was brought up on home remedies. The honey and lemon, different types of supplements for colds and stuff. Because our my grandmother she used to go. I'm telling you, my grandmother used to homegrown stuff. She used to get it was a certain type of flower or bush. I can't think of the name of that bush, but she used to boil that bush and she would mix it and it'll become a tea. I can't think of the name of that bush, but it was called rabbit tobacco. I don't know. I don't even know if that's still out there, but I remember we used to have to pick it. And she would tell us to go and get it, right? And she would put it in a pot and she'll let it boil and she would put honey and lemon in it. And believe me, after we took a couple spoonful of that cold had started working out. It seemed like all the old remedies are not like they used to be either. Because some of the stuff you try to do when you was a child, sometimes it work and sometimes it don't. Now, when you get a cold, if it be real bad, you might have to get some antibiotics. So with this flu and all this stuff going around, you really have to take precautions now. You can't just, because I do this too. I try to work on my cold myself. Then after so many days, if I don't get any better, I'm going to the doctor. When I had the flu that year, my body was weak because I already be aching. It just made me hurt even more. So they just said, this was 2 hours ago. I'm just reading some updates about the flu. There's a new variant could bring another severe flu season. Here what's to know. Wow. So the state had reported 6 flu deaths this season. So 6 people have been reported died from the flu. Two more people have died because of the flu in the state. The Department of the Health and Human Services say the number of deaths this flu season is not 6. So they're saying 6 people. It's flu season, but they're only have recorded is 6 people have died. Wow. The first death was reported during the week of ending October the 4th, followed by 2 deaths the week of ending October the 18th. Then 1 death each during the week ending October the 25th, November the 1st, and November the 22nd. Wow. So those deaths was back to back. 2 of those who died were between the age 50 and 64 years old, and 4 were 65 years old and older. So these are the 4 people that died from the flu. So everybody, please Keep your hand washed. Like I said, get you some little travel size sanitizer and put them in your bag that you can always have something to wash your hands. Um, the DHHS is urging everyone 6 months and older to get the flu and COVID-19 vaccine. I got the flu, but I didn't get the vaccine. Adults 60 and older, along with pregnant women, are encouraged to talk with their providers about the RSV vaccination option. Last season, wow. This last season, they said last season, flu season, 544 people died from the flu, the highest number since 2009. Wow. I didn't know that. So they don't want, right now they're saying it's 6 people. That's from October and November, but last year was 544 people had died from the flu. Goodness, that's a lot of people. So I went on and got mine. So a lot of people be saying you get the flu shot, you still catch a cold, you still get sick. And that is true. You still end up catching a cold. But, you might not get that flu because it's just like that's a virus. Yep, so that's what they're talking about. The flu is back. The flu season is back. I need to check on my dad because he's been having a lot of sinus going on. This is a new strand of flu out here, y'all. A new strand of flu is out here. Wow. I think when I go up there, I'm going to take my mask with me. But I don't know. Ooh. Be around all them people at that concert, too. I don't need to get sick. The United States might be headed toward another severe flu season. It's driven by lagging vaccinations and a new strand of the virus that caused an early surges in places like the United Kingdom and Canada and Japan. The infectious disease expert, and this just was posted today about the flu. This is a new strand out here, y'all. Infectious disease experts call this strand different. It's called subclade K, a strand of influenza that causes concern for the weeks ahead, especially as flu season ramps up. Doctors say that the mutation may influence how effective the flu vaccine is going to be for the current season, but health officials say it's still important to get the flu vaccine. That because the latest strain is just one of the 3 that typically circulate in the season, and getting vaccinated will provide some protection. Doctors say if you're protected and get sick from the flu, the symptoms may be less severe. Health experts say it appears many Americans are skipping their flu vaccine this year. Well, I got mine. I didn't want to. I prayed about it, but I went on and got it. Doctors say if you're protected and get sick from the flu, the symptoms may be less severe. Health experts say, okay, that's just weird. Last winter flu season was severe. The United States had its highest rate of flu hospitalization in nearly 15 years. Wow. At least 280 children died of the flu, and the combination of a new strain, upcoming holiday travel, experts fear that this season could be just bad. Ooh, I think I'm going to take my mask with me tomorrow. Doctors want to remind you to keep up those personal care measures to protect against flu that include good hand washing. If you do get the flu, there are treatments available. Health officials say there's antiviral medication that are effective against influenza, but they need to be started early. They said they are predicting this is gonna be another bad flu season. And they're seeing already in the data that some people are not taking their shots. And they were like, last year was a record high of 280. Let's see, they said 280 children died from the flu last year. Wow. Mm-hmm. Doctors say if you feel sick, it's important to test for the flu. It can be treated early. Testing also helps your doctor confirm the illness isn't another kind of respiratory infection. So they're saying it's a severe strand out here. I know yesterday maybe I was just sniffing because I was in that doctor office. I'm like, ooh, hope I ain't trying to get no cold. Jesus. But I think I'm gonna have me a mask tomorrow. It's just in my bag. Cause I know it's gonna be a lot of people at that concert. And I ain't trying to catch nothing, Jesus. Tell my daughter to grab some. I'm about to wind this up in about 8 more minutes. So I'm just mingling around. I do want to thank the ones that did stop by. Um, y'all probably see me pop up tomorrow. I'm gonna be recording some stuff for Vlogmas the rest of this month. So y'all will probably see some Christmas light decoration. You might see me in the stores. You probably see me doing some treats and things for the kids. Yep. So I'll be doing different stuff. I got my chili video I gotta put out. I got me some of those little oysters crackers to eat with it. You know, I'm still trying to avoid foods with inflammation, but it get hard. It do get hard. So thank you, Lion Pride, for stopping by. I don't know if you had went live. I had to check you out. Thank you, Frank, Miss Key. Who else came in here? James Money, Kenneth Wickens, and Kenneth Bird. Thank y'all for coming in. Who else came in here? Frank, First Lady. Thank you for coming in. Trying to make sure I don't overlook no one. Thanks to everybody that did stop by. And just remember, take care of you. Think safety. And if you're out and about, if you don't want to wear your mask or whatever, make sure you be in a crowd. Like I know tomorrow I'm gonna be around a lot of people. So I'm gonna have to be real careful. Because they're saying that it's another strand of flu out here. And I don't want that because I remember when I had it before, my body, I was just in so much pain. I feel like I couldn't feel nothing in my legs. I was just feeling so terrible. And I tried to work on it myself, but I had to go to the doctor. And that's when they tested me and told me that I had the flu. So, yep. I don't know how long these nails gonna stay up, but ooh, I already hit one of them already. It don't take much for me. Don't take much. Get ready to get over here. Like I said, I just went over 10 healthy tips. If you're watching from the bushes, I went over if you're out traveling, things that you probably should have from first aid kits or maybe water. If you're planning on having some snacks, different stuff like that. Make sure your car is in good maintenance before you get on the highway. Um, Different things like that, and make sure you stay warm. Dress according to the weather. Because some of us feel like, cause the sun come out just a little bit, it's okay to jump back in your shorts or whatever. People wear what they want, but that ain't nothing but making you sick. So I try to dress according to the weather. If I have on too many clothes, I'll pull them off. But I'm not fitting to go try to jump in no summer stuff knowing it's 40 something degrees. No, that ain't nothing but new morning weather. That's what kind of weather this is. New morning weather. Can you come back?
I can't.
No. How you gonna tell that girl go dog go?
I don't know. I can't do that dog. I ain't doing that dog over leave. Cause one of them, he got a chain on him. I just let him walk around the.
I hope he come back though. We got a missing dog, y'all. Bingo said he's free. Booster gonna have a fit. Cause she just said, tell Papa to take
Somebody gonna do it. For white gonna kill him.
Yeah, cause if he be out in them folk yard.
That's why you bought him out here then.
Yeah. But he love to be in people's yard. Them people know that dog be up here. They're gonna be coming up here telling us about it. Why that? Well, I should have got my nail like that. Well, it's kind of similar to our mine's here. But she got more light on it. Okay. But anyway, I'm about to wind this on up. Like I said, some people like what I have over here, and some don't. It's all good. It's all good. I just be trying to put out this little commentary. Ooh, I like those right there. Trying to see what I'm gonna do for my birthday. Probably ain't gonna do too much. Probably just go out to eat or probably something like that. But anyway, thank y'all for coming over. Like I said, I just want to share those. It was 10 tips I shared. If you missed the replay, if you missed the live, you can watch the replay. This was Vlogmas because I had said in my video that I was going to be sharing some healthy tips. You might see me doing some meal preps. You probably see me doing some drinks. It'll be some things relating to the holiday, so I want to tell everyone have a good night. Stay blessed. Stay encouraged. And always stay what? Prayed up. And thanks for joining.